Hey everyone, Nicole here, the Psychic Mom, with a Mother's Intuition tonight on March 3rd of 2022. That is 3/3 of 22. I found this really interesting. So of course, I looked up the meaning of the numbers, numerology, and the number 3 means the creative self-expression for others to observe and appreciate. So we have 2 3s, and then we have 2 2s, and the 2 is meaning peace and harmony, finding balance and compromising to create lasting peace. So I found this really interesting that it would come, my podcast would fall on this date because creating a self expression for others to observe and appreciate is so me, obviously, during this podcast. And nothing is more important to me than peace and harmony and balance in my life. So I just had to point that out for tonight, the interesting date. But I also wanted to talk about my favorite reading. I mean, I don't know how to narrow it down, to be honest with you. I have a bunch of amazing readings, and they're the reason that I keep continuing to do what I do. And this comes at a really timely moment tonight for me because there are always times where I do readings that don't go the way that I want them to go, and it stinks. However, I say that with a little bit of regret because I know that in doing these readings, I'm really not doing them for you, for the sitter. I'm doing them for spirit. I'm giving a voice to the people in spirit to come through. And that's why I do it. It's a calling for me. It's something that I feel like I just have to do. I'm sure there's things that you feel like you have to do. You know, some people feel compelled to like run marathons. That's not me. No way, not a runner. But for me, this is a calling. This is something that I feel like I've got to do. I don't even have a choice in it. And it's hard. It's not always easy. So there are there are times when I do readings for people that, like I said, don't go exactly the way that I want them to. I always want my sitters to be happy, to feel like they understood the message that came through. And sometimes they don't. And I have to remember that I am, like I said, giving the reading, being the voice for spirit, not for the sitter. And I have to trust that at some time the sitters, and when I say sitters, I don't know if you guys understand what that means. That just means the client, the person who is sitting with me for the reading, that's a sitter. I have to trust that at some point they'll understand the message that came through to them. It doesn't happen all the time right away for people. And that's frustrating for me because I want it to immediately resonate and for people to get the message and feel happy about it. But it doesn't always go that way. However, when it does, it's magic and it feels amazing and it's undeniable. And sometimes the things that are brought through are mind-boggling to me. So I want to talk about one of those experiences. I had a sitter from India, and this was right when I started to first do readings. So I was super nervous. I was excited because I knew that I didn't know very much about the culture and the people. So I was interested to see what was going to come through. And the woman, I'm not going to give a lot of information, especially details, because it's just not cool to share too much personal information about somebody's reading. But since you guys don't know her, it doesn't necessarily matter. So I'm just going to give some overview of the reading. But she was from India. This is what I knew going into the reading. She was from India. I knew that she had lost a spouse. And that's all that I knew. Even that much information can be intimidating going into your reading because you don't want to give anyone the sense that you're for sure going to connect to somebody. And then if you don't, are they going to be disappointed? So I don't like to know anything. However, I knew this information beforehand and it was fine. So she and I connected and he came through right away, which is interesting because the Indian culture is very much more, in my experience, open to spirit communication from those in the living to those in spirit than our Western culture. So it seemed to me that the communication was very easy. He had come through and provided such detailed information that there was no way that I could know. So much so, one example is he gave me the name of the town where her family was from. And it was, the name of the town was an Indian name that I wasn't even sure how to pronounce. I heard it and I thought, oh gosh, I'm not sure how to say that. And he spelled it out for me. The name of the town was Jakarta. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Jarkati, or something like that. But he spelled it out for me, and I told her this, and right away, all of her fears, I could just feel her easing into this and into the experience, knowing like, okay, how could she know this, right? So when the doubt is alleviated from the beginning, the link between me and spirit gets stronger. So the information comes through much easier. So as soon as this happened, we were ready to go. She told me, yes, that is where my family is from. I was able to tell her her husband's favorite candies, what some of his favorite hobbies were. He also shared with me the name of the town that they were going to be buying. They were supposed to be, well, not supposed to be, the plan was for them to buy a home in this other town. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it started with an M. And it was an easier name. I heard it and knew it. I said, oh, he's telling me about the name of this town, the name is important. Now, I didn't know exactly why it was important. She was able to tell me, oh, that's where we were planning to buy a home and things like that. So when I have readings like this that are smooth, where the sitter is able to verify everything that I'm saying, it's magic. It's unbelievable. And it's so much fun, and it keeps me going. And it takes away those times where I give a reading and a sitter is just not sure. Yeah, I don't know that person. Just not connecting with the message at the time. It happens. Sometimes the communication, even between myself and that person in spirit, I'm not getting all of the nuggets that could have made it easier to identify who they were. There's lots of reasons. And I'm just saying this because if you get a reading from a medium and they're giving you information that you're not connecting with, write it down, because at some point in the future, it might make sense to you, or it could be for someone that you know, a spouse, a loved one, someone that spirit already knows that you're going to have a conversation with in the future about that reading and about the person that came through for you. So write those tidbits down. It usually makes sense at some point. And even though I don't get all of the answers or affirmations from my sitters afterwards, I have to trust that it's going to make sense for them at some time, because I know that what I'm doing is straight from spirit, and they give me who they give me for a reason. And I don't really have to know what that reason is. I just have to trust that it is all timely. So I just wanted to share that with you today. And we have a caller. So let's get to the caller. We have Amber in Wyoming. Amber, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. Thank you for calling in tonight. What can I do for you? Are you interested in anything psychic or mediumship or a combination, or what are we looking for?
So I would really love to hear a message from my loved ones, if they'll come through, or
Okay.
kind of any.
Okay, don't give me who you're hoping to hear for. That gives, that puts a little pressure, makes things a little more difficult. So I'll just open it up to spirit and see who comes through for you. And you can let me know as I'm going if you recognize the person coming through for you or not. Okay?
Okay.
Give me a moment, Amber. All right. Okay. So I do have a woman coming through, Amber. Feels feels like a mom energy. This doesn't necessarily have to be mom, could be grandmother, could be somebody who was like a mom to you. And also is giving me total super mom vibes. So superwoman, sorry, superwoman hero, super mom vibes. So I know that she was somebody that had lots of energy, was the superwoman. Okay, let me see here. And I know that she had brown hair like Superwoman would have had. So kind of,
Say that again.
she had brown hair like Superwoman, kind of, you know, lustrous brown hair. Okay, let me see here.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Is
Let me
it
give,
my sister?
it's okay. Let me give you some more evidence about her. Okay. She's telling me too that she was very strong. I feel like this woman would have battled an illness, um, either cancer or some illness that she would have had to have been strong through. Okay. Let's see here. What else? And also, she's showing me lipstick, having worn a lipstick, possibly a brighter color. And this was something that was just characteristic of her to make her feel more confident in herself, wearing the lipstick. Okay. Let's see.
Is it maybe my sister Randy Sue? Because I'm trying to think. I don't really know if I have a grandma or a loved
I
one on the other side with brown hair. I'm
okay.
just trying to think of.
Is your sister passed? Is she in spirit?
Yes. So I have two sisters, Emily and Randy Sue. Randy Sue was brunette, and Emily had blonde hair.
Okay. And did one of them have an illness that they had to fight?
So Emily died of pneumococcus pneumonia,
Okay.
and she
Okay.
was only about, I think, 3 years old.
Okay. Okay. And Randy sued. She did not have an illness.
So she was a stillborn.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, let me keep going. And sometimes, so spirit too, they don't stay young when they pass, they grow. Okay. And they become even adults, they progress. Um, let me keep going with her and let me see what else she has to show me. Okay. She's also, well, she's showing me um, a small dog. They love to show animals. Um,
Is it my puppy Maui that's sitting next to me?
it could be. Okay, let me see. Um, and let me see what else she's showing me here. Okay. Okay. Um, all right. I feel like she's switching gears from showing me things about herself to trying to show me something. It feels like more about you. Um, All right. I feel like she's showing me a car. And so, Amber, are you having car troubles? Is there something with your car? Because she's showing a car. I feel like this is
Okay,
your.
so this is the weirdest thing ever. um, but I feel like maybe she wants me to speak on this. So, um, how to explain this? um, so like anytime I go past like animals or anything like that, it's like they are attracted to my car. Like I'll go past horses and this is kind of the weirdest thing ever, but they'll like fart and they'll like swish their toes, they'll swish it towards my car. So it'll like come up in through my air conditioner and I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay, that is definitely unique. Um, and I love this actually because she was young when she passed, right? She doesn't have a lot of things that she can show me that you two shared. Um, and so she's bringing up things that can show you that she's around you and that she's showing you. So you've got this puppy, right? I believe she's showing me this small dog, letting you know I'm around him, I'm around her, the dog, where I'm around it. Your car, like you said, that's not normal. I don't know anybody else that happens to. So she must have her hand in these things that are happening to you, and this is a way of, and her showing that to me is a way of validating that for you. Okay, so know that she's around you.
Okay,
Okay.
could you maybe ask her why the animals are doing that to my car? Like, are they
Let me
just
see.
attracted to me, like, spiritually, or are they trying to relay a message, or?
They're just trying to get your attention, and this is something that she's got her hands in. This is really to get your attention to open up to, although I feel like you already have, open up to receiving signs and receiving um, those impressions, I'll call them, because for me, it feels like she's impressing things and putting things in your way to catch your attention, and to open you up to this kind of communication and relationship with her. So you can talk to her and you can feel like she's a part of your life and close to you in these ways when those things happen. Does that make sense?
Okay,
Okay. Um,
definitely.
it's nothing to warn you of anything. It's just to get your attention. Um, and I know that she had her hand in you being here tonight and us connecting and talking about it so that you can be aware of that when it happens again. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I just have one more question for you. So, I've been going through quite a bit of abuse and stuff. Do they, does she have any, um, what am I trying to say? Any advice for me?
Okay. Just to make sure that I heard you correctly, did you say abuse?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Um, okay. She is saying to me that you are blaming yourself for the abuse. All right. And you should definitely not be doing that. Um, it's giving me the impression that when this is happening to you, you're not standing up for yourself because you feel like part of it is your own fault. And she wants to make sure you understand this isn't true. Um, she does not want you to be in this situation, obviously. She's also giving me the feeling that you feel a bit trapped?
Yes. Yes.
Uh, She wants you to know, though, that there's always a way out. There is always a way out, and the way out is by you taking the first step. Okay. Do you have another? I want to say a sister, but I don't feel like it's a sister. I feel like it's a friend that's like a sister, someone that's close to you that's also female.
That's past or
No, that's in the living. She's
um
She is definitely giving me the sense that there is a woman, and it feels like a younger person, which is why I said friend, a younger woman that you can connect with to get help.
a younger woman. Okay, I'm trying to think. Um, is her name Cassie? Maybe.
I'm not picking up a name exactly. I do feel like this woman also has brown hair. I feel like she's not very outspoken. She's kind of a quiet person. And the reason that she's bringing this girl up is because she is quiet and because she is very private. I feel like that she feels like you will trust this woman. Is Cassie that way? Is
Okay.
Cassie kind of quiet? Keeps to.
Well, oops. Well, Cassie, she actually has blonde hair, so maybe. There's this lady that I met just recently. She's younger and she's been kind of going through abuse and stuff too, but she has brown hair, blue eyes, and she's living at this guy's house, and they offered me to go live there with them, to try and kind of get out of this. And I'm just kind of unsure on that because I don't know them very well. So I don't want to put myself in a situation, that won't be good for me.
Understood. And that. Let me see if she can give me any other information about this girl that might make you feel one way or another that would be a good option for you, or another option. Here, let me see. Okay, I know this sounds weird and it's kind of out there, but she's showing me too that this younger woman that she's talking about, carries a really big bag, like a purse bag, like a thing. Um, I, and I, so I don't want you to hold off if you feel like you need to go. Hold off until you find this woman carrying a big bag. But this is something that she's showing me, and I have to share it with you. I've got to say
Okay.
that I personally feel like if you're in a situation of abuse, your best bet is always to leave. I know that your sister is sharing the same sentiment. She's showing me that you will most likely respond to this woman. She with the brown hair, the younger girl. She's smaller, she's slight, she's petite, and she's carrying a big bag. Is what she's showing me. And I feel like she's saying you will be able to trust this person, but I'm going to step in personally and say that if you feel at all unsafe, you definitely should seek better circumstances for yourself. There's no reason to stay in something that's not safe for yourself. I know that you might feel afraid, but I guarantee you there is always something better on the other side. And there's always somebody who is willing and more than happy to help. If you ask, anybody would step up to do it. I'm telling you. And it might seem scary, and there's a lot of fear in the unknown, but there should be more fear in staying in a situation that's abusive. So just think about that, and let me see if your sister has anything else that she wants to say.
Um, do they feel like my health issues will be getting better soon?
Okay, your health issues.
Mm-hmm. These have been going on for about 2 years now, and I've been going back and forth to doctors and just trying to figure out what's going on. And it's been kind of a really long journey and kind of scary.
Sure.
And
Okay.
this is.
I we're going to run out of time here a little bit. So Amber, if we do leave at a time here when you have some questions that aren't answered, please follow up with me on my Facebook page or Instagram or whatever. We can continue further. But I want to say that health-wise, I do feel like the doctors are giving you something that is slowing you down. And it feels slowing you down in a sense of not just physically, but mentally. So I have to ask if you're taking some, what would that be? And that's my dog snorting. Sorry about that. Sorry. Anxiety medications or something that's causing, well, see, I don't know exactly how anxiety medications work because I've never taken any.
So actually the doctor prescribed me. It's something to like help with my nerves or something. But I'm not big on medication, so I haven't started it yet. So
okay. All right. Listen, I've only got 30 seconds left to the show. Let's you and I definitely connect after or send me a message and I'll connect with you tomorrow. Thank you for calling in. And thanks to everybody else that's out there that's listening tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the show and that you'll join me next Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another Mother's Intuition show. Thanks again.